Hello, TikTok and YouTube. Welcome to part 6 of Welcome Tour. Let's have a quick look. Let's see the quizzes here. Nintendo control sticks. Nintendo control sticks go way back. You find them on plenty of controllers for older Nintendo consoles and systems. First released in Japan back in '96, the 64 controller was the first controller to use an analog control stick. The GameCube had both control stick and a C-stick. Nunchuck had an analog control stick. While the Classic Controller and Classic Controller Pro also for the Wii console, both had left and right sticks. The Wii gamepad and Wii Pro controller also had left and right sticks. As for the Switch console, Joy-Con and the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. All of them. They've been reshaping and improving the controllers as time goes on. Nintendo controllers have had control sticks for a long time. No, almost 30 years next year. That ain't long. Let's take a look underneath the control stick. These parts are sticking out are in contact with strips that carry an electric current. Well, when you tilt the control stick, the parts move. Give me 2 seconds. Where are we? When you tilt the control stick, the parts move. They move along the axis based on the direction and degree of the tilt. The computer detects this and knows how much the control stick is being tilted. This mechanism can detect even the slightest of movements. It allows for very precise controls. Oh no, look! Slightest of movement, nothing on screen. But slight movements, nothing happening. Let's take a look at how the control sticks and the Joy-Con 2 move. We wanted the controllers to feel nice and comfortable. To that end, we've tried to make sure that they move smoothly and don't feel like they're snagging. They also snap back into the center. The difference should be clear if you compare these control sticks to the ones in the Joy-Con 2. They feel better. Control sticks were featured at the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controllers, but the control sticks on the Joy-Con 2 controllers are different in a number of ways. They're bigger, and it's easier to place your fingers on them. They also have slightly wider range of motion, and the control sticks are a little easier to press in. These tweaks should generally make them easier to use. The control sticks and the Joy-Con 2 controllers are designed to be easier to use. Electric current? This can get your grip. The SNES. Yeah, it's the one about the grip. So that's an electric current. That's what I thought. They're bigger. Snap back. Current. Well, that can't be it. I was like, it can't be the current. But it is. So I gotta go down for more, okay. You can learn general facts about the Joy-Con 2 here. Welcome in! Cool, you'll be wanting Joy-Con 2 controller insights too then. Only 3 power insights, so. Just 3 questions, most likely. SL and SR buttons in the Joy-Con 2 controllers have changed. They're now much larger than the buttons in the Nintendo Switch console's Joy-Con controllers. As a matter of fact, the ABXY buttons and directional buttons are bigger too, yeah. This makes them more easier to use. Here you see what it looks like underneath the buttons on a Joy-Con 2 controller. There's a dome-shaped piece of metal. And beneath that, an incomplete circuit. When you press a button, the dome bends downwards. The dome touches the circuit and completes it. The computer catches this and knows which button has been pressed. All told, it's a pretty simple mechanism. There's a metal dome under each button. How does a Joy-Con 2 controller stay together? It's held tight with a number of screws. 4 screws to be precise. Can you tell where they are? See if you can find them. There are 2 screws on the side here. Where the controller attached to the console. But on the other side, no screws are visible at first glance. The other 2 are hidden by a cover. Thanks to this, the screws are the screws and the area around them are less likely to get dirty. It also makes the screws less noticeable and prevents them from being touched during play. Oh, excuse me. Screws that your hand would normally touch are hidden. To reward you for your reading, give me the quiz. Question 1. They're bigger. Rubber. Never mind. You can stay. I give up. 2 screws that hold the outside of the Joy-Con 2 controller together are visible. How many are there in total? 4? Oh, metal, no rubber. They're bigger. Metal. And 4. Moving connectors. One way the Joy-Con 2 controller is attached to the Switch 2 consoles via connectors like these. Nope. These connectors can't slide around much. They're designed to move only very slightly. Even if the controllers are not perfectly lined up, when you attach them, the connectors will do the rest of the work. Their positions should line up perfectly. The connectors on the console and Joy-Con 2 controllers only move a little. They'll line up even if you're not very precise when you attach the Joy-Con 2 controllers. The Joy-Con 2 controllers stick very tightly to the console's main body. Why is this? Well, it's not just because the magnets are very strong. The Nintendo Switch 2 console and the SL and SR button form a strong magnetic circuit. To create this strong circuit, we simulated many different combinations and positions. Out of those, we selected the magnetic circuit that resulted in the strongest possible configuration. And the configuration we chose the circuit is the circuit. In the configuration we chose, the circuit is less likely to cause issues. That means it won't interfere with other magnetic parts. Many different magnet combinations and positions were tested. The configuration with the strongest magnetic circuit was chosen. The release button is used to detach a Joy-Con 2 controller from the console. We made it easy so that you can detach the controllers easily, even without much force. When you press the release button, a rod sticks out of the Joy-Con 2 controller. The rod pushes against the main body of the console. You shouldn't need to press the button very hard to reach this point. Using the principle of leverage, it pushes against the console with over twice the force. While it's true that the magnets that attach the controllers to the console are strong, if they're separated by even a short distance, they become weaker. When the rod pushes against the console, the Joy-Con 2 controllers move away just a little. This makes it easier to detach the controller. Also, the direction in which you press the release button is the same direction that you pull to detach the Joy-Con 2 controller. This detail makes it even easier to detach the controller. When you press the release button, the console is pushed away with over twice the force. The controller is pulled in the same direction as the button is pressed, making it easier to detach. Give me the quiz. Magnetic connectors. Question number 1. The connectors used to attach the Joy-Con 2 controllers to the Nintendo Switch 2 console have been designed to ease the process, but in what way? They can move a little. What is it that makes the SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 controllers attached so tightly to the Nintendo Switch 2 console's magnets? A strong magnetic circuit. What? Twice as much. Full marks. Amazing. Now, how long did that take? One, 2, 3, 4 more areas to go. So I think I'm going to end off here. So we can spread them out over the next 4 days. So yeah. Alright everyone, I'll see you all in my next video.